Hello and welcome to the second edition of Country Boy Corner. I realized that my last episode was kind of all over the place, everything. I'm going to try to be a lot more organized today. I'm going to be showing you lots of stuff about fishing, give you a little bit more information, some stuff that you might be interested in. Folks, fishing takes time. Fishing is a very patient sport. There's a lot of different baits and stuff to use. There's a lot of different mental things to use. Folks, fishing is absolutely a beautiful thing if you can do it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the show started. Now, in my last episode I showed you this Yum attractant bait. It works really well. You spray it on your rig, your bait, whether you got a frog or whether you got worms or whether you have plastic worms or what I call poppers, the bomber lures, the little plastic minnow lures, or whatever you have. Just spray it on there, folks, and let the fish smell it and put it out in an area where the fish are going to be. If the sun is up high, the fish are going to go looking for some shade, so fish over in the shady vegetated areas. And if you're using frogs, make sure that you try to land on top of the lily pads, leave them there for a minute, and then drag them off into the water slowly, because folks, I'm telling you, fish will not chase after anything that does not look normal. And folks, fish need to reserve their energy, so that's why most of the times most of your baits don't work, because either one, they don't look natural enough, number two, they've already eaten, or they're trying to conserve the energy for a big meal. I have found that this Gulp Nightcrawler, folks, this stuff looks really good. Looks just like the real thing, almost like you dug them up out of your yard. They work extremely well. And also a couple of tips: if you can, please try to keep extra line on hand, because folks, if you get out there and you get snagged and you run out of line and everything, your fishing trip is over. Let's just go ahead and talk about that first. A good tool to have with you is one of these little bad boys. It is a multi-purpose knife, like you've seen Leatherman's and stuff. It's got pliers to get the hooks out, it's got screwdrivers, it's got scissors, it's got all kinds of things. This is a very important tool to have while you are out in your fishing hole. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you that fishing can be a wonderful thing. Fishing can be very therapeutic if you do it right, and if you're catching enough fish. The best times to go, some people, it's up for debate, because some people say going at night is best, some people say going during the morning is best, some people say going during dusk. I personally prefer dusk. It's all for your preference. The best thing to do, no matter what you're using, no matter what type of bait you're using, make sure that it is exactly for what you're fishing for. Because, like I said, folks, fish will not go after anything that does not look natural. Now, let's go ahead and break into my little box of goodies here. I like to use the Booyah spinner baits. These things attract bass like money attracts women. Folks, let me tell you something. Those things right there, you get one of those topwater plugs or one of those spinner baits, or get spoons and put it on the top and just let it go and go and go, folks, you will attract a bass. Now make sure that when you are fishing, that when you got to look at the sun And if the sun is up overhead, you've got to know that the water temperature plays a very big part in where the fish are. Now, if you're just casting out in the middle and just reeling in, casting out in the middle and reeling in, folks, you're not going to catch too much, because you know the fish like to hide in the shade during the heat of the day. So off over by the bank, in the vegetated areas, underneath lily pads, you know, they like to get in the shade. So if you fish in those spots and make sure that you present your bait really well, you're going to catch some fish. Now, I remember that I said in the last episode that I was going to show you how to keep from bird nesting your bait casters. Folks, I like to use bait caster reels. This is a Shakespeare reel on a ugly stick. I love ugly sticks, they're durable. Now, the best thing to do is to take your thumb and place over the reel after you have cast, and to keep it all in line, and that will keep you from bird nesting and keep you from getting into trouble. Now, the difference between a bait caster and a spinner reel are very slim to none. I mean, you know, obviously except for the shape, but I personally prefer bait casters. They're so much better. My first fishing pole was the reel, open reel that you see. Folks, it doesn't get much better than that. I hope that I have brought some information to you that you could find helpful. The best thing to do is to stay hydrated while you're out there. If you're fishing in Florida, it's very, very important that you stay hydrated. Maybe take some water with you, take some snacks with you. And also, I just got in the brand new edition of Outdoor Life magazine. Make sure to subscribe to that. I had something else around here that I wanted to show you, but I have lost it, which is pretty much what I do. Go ahead and be sure to be in compliance with all of Florida's fishing laws. Make sure you read on myfwc.com the fishing regulations for catch and release. Be sure to comply with all gaming laws, fishing and gaming laws, and be sure to check out my friends over at Southern Born on Facebook. Look me up on Facebook, and leave your comments. This video will be posted on Facebook, so go ahead and feel free to leave your comments. Feel free to let me know any requests that you might have, what you would like to see, what you would like to see less of. Don't be shy, folks. Just go ahead and leave me comments. That would be awesome. This is Joshua Crosby signing off for the second fishing edition of Country Boy Corner. Remember to keep the reels spinning and the fishes grinning. And just want to say, see ya!